At home, Elmira in their gray uniforms with the black, gold, and red trim with red numerals. They skate from left to right. The linesmen are Chris Van Heck and Peter Hejna. The referees, Brandon Benz. And we are underway as Colby Donovan behind the net, forcing a turnover. Donovan starting this game with Dylan Weber and Ryan Kayola, a line that has found some success. Here's Barry up ahead into the zone. Offsides is called as
like that. He might just essentially snap into position, snap into a game focus, and he does truly get in the zone.
Off the draw, it's controlled by the Eagles again. Swung down low for Barry. Behind the net of O'Brien, a centering attempt bounces off a couple skates. Brady Hill's able to get it out of danger, but not out of the zone. To help out Dylan Weber, he does get it out. And now Oliver Land into the legs of Colby Donovan. Donovan onside into the zone. A snapshot steered out of play by Kong's game. He had a pair of goals, 31 now on the season. That leads the team. Here's Balestra, who had a goal himself for Elmira. Up the wall, knocked down by Weber. Cope picks it up. Cope, a blind pass in front. Conkle with the poke check. The rebound, what a save by Conkle! And the rebound goes wide.
Wow, Conkle, old school. Stack the pad, throw the glove up in the air. Good attempt by Madzi, then the follow-up by Weber. He forced it wide.
Both goaltenders coming up big early on. Dylan Weber, puck in his skates. Thomas Liebold has that knocked away. Cope, a centering attempt intercepted by Liebold, and then Liebold gets clipped, and that's going to result in a penalty. It's going to off the glass. Cope picks up his own rebound, retreats into the neutral zone. We're back to 5, or rather Danbury now goes on to the power play as they limit Elmira to just one shot on goal on the power play. Weber, fresh out of the box, leaves it for Cope. Cope, McEnany scores! Kyle McEnany up half the red line. Donovan taken down, no call coming. Turned over as Walton, kicked aside by Chase Caravella. Franklin Barry, first time we've seen, or rather said his name tonight, or this afternoon rather. Dylan Weber, his shot blocked. Puck still there, and then Colby Donovan sends one off the post. Like an inch away from making this a 2-0 game. O'Brien plays it up for Kayola, who gets it out of the zone. Darling sends it right back in. O'Brien once again. Boy, Shane O'Brien's been very active.
Yeah, he's been out of his blue paint, I think, more often than he's been in it. And go back to that Colby Donovan shot. The reason why he almost scores is because of the traffic in front. Ryan Kayola cuts across Conkle. He never saw the shot.
Dumped into the Danbury zone, no icing as Franklin Barry gives along for Colby Donovan. Knocked off his stick by Connor Barry, and Balestra will send it back down. Shane O'Brien again. Boy, he's getting a workout back there.
Well, that's one way to stay fresh and into the game. Keep moving your legs.
That's certainly one way to do it. Dylan Weber over center red. He'll send one on goal, swallowed up by Conkle, and he'll hold on for the whistle. 7:50. It'll be Misha Mishar sending it back down into the Elmira zone with no icing. Now Mishar coming out short side attempt. Good save by Conkle. He had his pad down on the ice.
Another turnover there. Mishar just pickpockets DeCola. He overskates the puck, and Mishar just takes it, tries to go to the backhand on the short side. Good save by Conkle, staying in position there and not overcommitting.
No, not overcommitting. Now a deflected shot from the point off the stick of Donovan just trickles wide.
Great awareness, Donovan. Just a little redirection there, and that's the right idea. Keep getting the puck to the front of the net. You see how often you see an orange jersey in front of Conkle. Took him out of the game yesterday with some traffic in front, and they're trying that same recipe that worked to success.
Under 4 to go now in the first period. Danbury leads by 1. They are out shooting Elmira by a 10-2 mark.
Secondary scoring, production from Madzi and Lefkoff from the blue line. This is a dangerous team if they can produce from all facets.
You mentioned Cole Madzi. He has 32 points so far in 46 games. Maverick Skeen still listed as a defenseman, and he's got 27. Here is Fuller up ahead. Down deep, O'Brien once again out of his cage. Gives it along for Colby Donovan. Boy, Shane O'Brien's been like a third defender back there so far. Brady Hill has his shot deflected away. Now a centering attempt goes off the stick of Fogelgren. Donovan will pick it up. Under a minute to play in the first period. Weber sees this puck come through the slot. Weber can't quite settle it down as that was bouncing like a ball. Now Weber has the puck underneath him as he's sitting on the ice. He gets up, loses possession. Fogelgren into the Danbury zone, 35 to go. Fogelgren down into the corner. Barry has that knocked off of his stick. Dylan Weber, far side through the wickets of Colby Donovan. Donovan will turn away for some pressure and give back to Weber. He's got 20 seconds left. Cope back for Weber. Taken away by DeCola. Now Weber is able to get the puck back, giving it along for Cope. 10 seconds to go in the period. Brandon Cope will simply send it into the Elmira zone. Looted Fuller on the draw, and we're back underway. Fuller with a clean win to Balestra, then sent all the way down the ice. Here's Shane O'Brien. That time the puck takes an interesting bounce off the Zamboni corner. O'Brien wasn't too far out of the cage.
Yeah, he was ready for it.
Well, we've mentioned how quirky this place can be. After 46, 47 games, looks like they're finally realizing where these are happening. Off the boards by Wojciechowski, too far for Keola. In the neutral zone, Donovan hits it up into the air. Liebold gives it a swing. Darling hard off the boards, right onto the stick of Ryan Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski up for Keola. Stolen away by Darling. Wojciechowski once again, taken away by Murphy this time. Liam Murphy picks up Connor Barry from the bench. A backhand shot on goal saved by O'Brien, and that's Elmira's first shot on goal in about 14 or 15 minutes worth of game time.
And that's a good play by Murphy on the seal out over here on the near side boards.
Fogelgren, cross ice for Kosa. Giving back DeCola, a shot into the glove of Shane O'Brien. He takes a look around.
Against Murphy, and if he can continue to use his physical presence, and especially on the board, I think Elmira, they're a much better team when they play their physical brand of game. I think Barry can be sharp on that. Obviously, the work of Dimensional in that first period, they've pretty much thrown that out the window and started this the right way, and kind of caught Danbury back on their heels a little bit.
Here's Brady Hill with the shot into the glove of Conkle. He'll hold on.
So they're taking care of business. As we mentioned, that's kind of the theme over these last couple of weekends.
So again, coming into this game, at least our understanding is if Skylands wins up in Maine, they will get first place. As turned over in front, Colby Donovan a shot and a pair of saves by Conkle.
Wow, look how deep he was in his cage too. Donovan trying that stuff in on the wraparound. And Conkle super strong, no 5-hole available, and makes the strong pad save and then kicks out. Good help by the Elmira defense. Good chance for Colby Donovan.
So getting back to the stand, well, we'll get to them in a moment as Donovan's shot is taken care of by Conkle. Weber and Darling in the corner. Darling tries to shuffleboard it out of the zone, no sail. Now DeCola looking for the long stretch pass out of the reach of Connor Barry. And the face-off.
In the net, he hadn't played since December 7th, so that's almost over a 2-month layoff. But you see how strong he's been playing over the last couple of games, and they've really relied on him throughout the month of February into March. And I think he's back to his normal self after what was kind of an uncharacteristic start for him yesterday, the 4 goals and 14 shots. Not a ton on his, plate, his fault, but it's tough when you give up that many goals in succession.
Oh, and you give up that many, coach is going to try to do something to spark the team, and unfortunately for the ones wearing pads, sometimes that means the goalie has to spend the rest of the game on the bench.
Right, and it's not even that you might have a bad game. It's just the teams you're playing against is having such a good game that you just need to change something up to get your team kind of motivated, refocused, and yeah, the goaltenders, man, it is a tough job, isn't it? You can play your rear end off day in and day out, much like Conkle's playing right now, and he's still in a losing effort.
Well, Conkle has stopped 18 of 19 shots that he has faced. Connor Lefkoff doesn't have a stick. Dylan Weber does, and now he has the puck as well. Weber hooked from behind. That will draw the ire of the referee as this is dumped all the way down. Conkle will touch it, and we'll get to see the Danbury
players on the ice right now are capable of scoring and making smart plays. It's very, very difficult to shut them down when they're playing together and they have the man advantage.
Well, they'll need to start from 200 feet away off the face-off win by Elmira, and it'll be Connor Lefkoff, smoked out by Javon Fogelgren, dropped off for McEnany. Now Lefkoff once again. Lefkoff, McEnany, shot in and out of the glove of Conkle and cleared all the way down.
You know, the rebound came out because the shot was a little bit deflected. It was an off-speed shot.
Convocation of Eagles.
A group of owls is called a parliament.
Yes, it is. Shot from the point, went off a couple bodies in front. Ethan Fuller, good to see him back on the ice. Balestra, a shot handled by O'Brien. Puck once again on the back of the net. This time Connor Berry's able to get it off. Brady Hill up ahead for Dylan Weber. He picks up Donovan in support. Donovan picking up the puck behind the net after getting around Balestra. Balestra steps on the puck and falls down. Balestra now back up to his skates, presses Donovan up against the boards. It's poked out, but not out. Now it is out of the zone. And through center ice and into Danbury's end, it's Sam Miller. Miller sending one off the side of the cage. Wojciechowski gloves it down, and then this is sent out of play. And the faceoff should remain in the Danbury.
Bringing the puck on in, active defenseman, getting involved, starting the rush for Elmira, and their offense has seen a huge improvement in this second period, and it's been consistent, too, over the 12 minutes, Zach. It hasn't wavered in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, you take a break with the power play that you have to kill off, but other than that, I think that Elmira's had a much better second period, much more awake and alive.
I agree with you, Jack.
But the Colonials trying to make up for it back on the other end of the ice just came up short. Oh, that post has been armed robbery all day long.
It has gotten to be too many to count, seemingly. Here is Kyle McEnany. Threading a needle up ahead for Connor Lefkoff. Lefkoff gains the blue line, now looking for an option. Picks up McEnany. McEnany from bad angle on goal, saved by Conkle. Now McEnany again. There's a loose stick out on the ice. Brandon Copa shot. Deflected in front. They score! Dylan.
Their 5-on-5 play has been strong, and that's the, I think, kind of the turning point in this game is to be able to play at even strength, to be able to play strong, get some good quality chances. And they've started to create some, unsuredness in the Danbury zone. They just haven't been able to cash in as of yet. They've moved Shane O'Brien a little bit with their shots, creating some chances in front of him. Danbury's done good to crash towards the front of the net, but you have to keep harping on, hey, if we can keep getting the puck down like this, we'll be in good shape.
Here's Liam Murphy, a shot saved by O'Brien. He'll hold on as O'Brien.
Set up, good possession, try to work the puck around and establish the strong umbrella and just get some shots at the front of the net.
For Elmira, this is their second power play of the game. They're 0 for 1 so far. Their other power play was that 5-minute major. Now a shot by Liebold, a one-timer gloved by O'Brien.
Beating that chance for him, though. Skating through a couple of Colonials defenders and just forcing that along.
DeCola from the blue line, his shot handled by O'Brien. Colby Donovan diving out head first at it. Actually, it's not the head you want to stop the puck with, but either way.
Especially somebody who's had to deal with a concussion this season.
That's a good point. Here's Sam Miller with 30 seconds to go. Centering it, or rather a shot by Fuller went wide. Miller picks up that rebound. Miller from the blue line. Another shot gets deflected over the top of the net. Murphy knocked off his stick by Berry. Berry keeps an eye on things as Murphy and Fuller free it up. Now DeCola sneaking in. Pass intended back from Miller, goes through his legs.
Yeah, handcuffed him.
5 seconds to go in the period. Miller for Liebold, chip down deep, but get the puck down deep. DeCola trying to take it out of McEnany's legs. He does. Now Sam Miller. Deflected by Liebold. It goes on goal. O'Brien in and out of his glove, and then off the boards, but not out. Liebold down low for Fuller. Stripped away by Dylan Weber. Weber up to McEnany. Back for Weber. Knocked away. Now McGrath for Weber. Weber tried giving it along for Donovan. Kicked aside by Darling. And then Danbury getting away with one as icing is
shot just to kind of draw attention away from the bench.
Oh, hey, if that's what they were trying to do, they were certainly successful, as will remain 5-on-5. 2 minutes gone by here in the third. At the point, this is Skinner. Skinner's shot blocked by Ryan Kaola. Good to see Kaola getting himself more involved. And, Kaola as a player, when he first joined the team, he wasn't able to produce much. He wasn't getting much ice time. He's now become a regular contributor. Yeah,
it helps when you're on a line with Dylan Weber, Colby Donovan, but good for Brian, a little slow to get up there, kind of had an awkward position and like he fell a little bit awkwardly there, putting some pressure on that left arm.
Yeah, it's something on the left side of his body that he's working on, but he's a gamer. He'll stay in. Here's Miller.
And Coach Cunningham did not get ejected. The official made the point. It looked like he pointed to the locker room, but instead he just said, send a player over for the bench minor. So my apologies there.
Dylan Weber with the puck, looking to kill some time. Off the boards, all the way down, actually on goal. And Conca will leave it for DeCola. Some more screaming down on the ice. Now a turnover. Cole Madzi looking to make something happen shorthanded. A backhand shot saved by Conkle easily. Loose puck picked up by...
They're starting to get a little fired up with each other. McEnany wasn't happy with the hit, so he came back and grabbed DeCola.
Shot on goal, gloved by O'Brien. He'll hold on.
In this game alone. So sometimes mentally it kind of gets to you a little bit and your emotions can take over a game. You have to just let the game of hockey dictate who wins and loses, not about the extracurricular stuff. And it's tough to do, obviously, because you do get emotional. It's so competitive, and it just becomes all about, the growing process of these young kids and being able to work around that.
Backhand shot by Wojciechowski goes wide. McEnany came on the ice and then quickly comes off, replaced by Kevin Remsen. Meanwhile, back in the offensive zone, Darling up the boards for Murphy. Ryan Wojciechowski kept it in the zone once, twice, can't do it a third time. Dylan Weber gets as far as the outstretched glove of Ian Skinner. Now Wojciechowski jumping into the air, manages to get it down. Machar came in support, unable to help much. And Connor Lefkoff, the pair of forecheckers on him behind the net. Wojciechowski in the corner. Centering attempt, manages to find its way through the slot. Murphy across, and then Balestra's shot gloved down by O'Brien.
It was puck first, though, and that's why that call doesn't get made. He makes a strong play at the puck first and then just finishes the check.
Brandon Cope picking up a puck behind the net. Attempted to give it along for Dylan Weber. Here's Connor Berry, not unable to clear the zone. Madzi back from McGrath. McGrath gets around one, sends one on goal, steered aside. Darling seeing Weber go to work as Weber sends it back down deep. DeCola sends it around far side. McGrath will chase after this. Connor Berry at the end of his shift will go off for a change. 8 minutes to go in regulation time. No icing on the play. Here's Miller. And up ahead, Sauerball. Colpine caught from behind by Weber. Lefkoff will chase after. 4 players come together in the corner. Falling down on the play was Colpine. Weber turning away from pressure, gives to Lefkoff. Connor Lefkoff coming out from behind his own net, through the neutral zone, gives to Keola. Keola fans on the dump attempt. Lefkoff has been ejected from the game. He receives a 5-minute match penalty and a game misconduct for boarding. And again, we talked about suspensions. That's something that very easily could be reviewed by the league.
And I thought Sauerball had some moments in this game where he was a factor. Good play with the offensive zone and moving the puck well. That's a huge loss for this team.
McEnany misses high and wide. Danbury with a 2-goal lead and 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on their man advantage. This is Dylan Weber pinned up against the boards. Goes back to the point in McEnany. McEnany now walking towards the center, right on top of that Colonials logo. Gives along for Lefkoff. Lefkoff looking for the deflection from Weber. Never made its way through. McEnany now gives across for Cope. Brandon Cope didn't like what he sees. He'll switch spots with McEnany, switch spots with Lefkoff. Lefkoff has it knocked off of his stick. Good defensive poke check by Jeffrey Walton.
Yeah, Walton just active stick. That's all you need to do when you're the lead point man and the penalty kill. Just keep your stick on the ice and make it difficult for the point player to move the puck.
Brandon Cope a shot. It was held by Conkle. He let it go. Now Miller along the boards. Getting there first is Fogelgren, and he's able to get it around Connor Lefkoff.
Fogelgren's had a heck of a game here. Playing a really good defensive game, smart with the puck. Well, a couple bodies in front to block some shots.
You know, one thing I'm surprised we haven't seen tried yet is putting Judson McGrath on the power play as the guy in front of him, right, almost like a Zdeno Chara. Here's Cope. Back to Lefkoff. Cope, one-timer, saved by Conkle. Rebound pops out behind the net. Dylan Weber gives back for Cope. 2:25 to go in the major power play. 4:40 remaining in regulation time as Cope shot. Another rebound left by Conkle. McEnany unable to get a stick on it. Here comes Liam Murphy the other way. Murphy with 4 Colonials staring him down. Nice poke check. Dylan Weber the other way for Cope. Giving McEnany. McEnany looking for the option. Fanned on the shot, was looking for the pass. Now Cope again. Bad angle attempt, misses wide, goes off the corner, and ends up on the stick of Connor Lefkoff. He gives to McEnany. McEnany walking in. Turning away from pressure, top of the circle. McEnany gives to Mashara at the bumper, and then he slides one wide. Here's Cope. Under 2 remaining on the power play and 4 minutes remaining in regulation time. Giving along Cope again. McEnany, a one-timer, getting a piece of it was Conkle, and the net has come off.
All starts with the Madsy effort on the boards.
For Kevin Remsen, it is his 18th goal of the season, his 5th on the power play. And the power play continues for Danbury. Under 3 to play. Lefkoff a shot off the glove of Conkle and out of play.
Liam Murphy, too. He's been great on the boards, winning a lot of those battles. This time it's the captain, Cole Madsy, who seals that out. And just that little kick, I mean, that's enough to get yourself a helper in hockey. Really good effort.
McEnany giving the business to Nick Conkle. Conkle appealing for a penalty. There's none coming. 16 seconds to go in the power play for Danbury. 2.5 remaining in regulation. Danbury leads by 3. Here's McEnany. In the zone, sending one towards the slot. Brandon Cope was the first player there. Fogelgren can't get it around McEnany. Penalty has expired. We're finally back to 5-a-side hockey as Lefkoff's shot gets deflected by Ethan Fuller out of Luley. And based off of previous years with the Fraser Cup, I imagine the schedule will work out something along the lines of Danbury will host Elmira for Game 1 Friday of next week. Saturday of next week, they'll go up to Elmira for Game 2, and then Game 3, if necessary, back here in Danbury on Sunday. That is not official, but once the official schedule is released, we'll have it all over the place. You can follow us online on Twitter at DanburyNA3HL, DanburyColonials.com. You have the Facebook page as well. Am I missing anything?
I mean, you could